Good night and welcome to another episode of Reason with Ashleigh-Ann. I'm Ashleigh-Ann, and as you come in, of course, tell me where you're connecting from. I'm connecting from the beautiful city of Kingston, Jamaica. You know what I was going to say? The second city. I am from the second city, Montego Bay, and I'm a proud Montegonian. Let me just say that. Right? So if you're a Montegonian, be sure to put it in the comments below. And I'm pretty sure that you saw the caption. But before we get to the caption, if this is the first time that you're watching the show, comment below. Reason with Ashleigh-Ann is a show that I do on Jamaicans.com Facebook page every week. My love, come here. And the reason for this show is to allow Jamaicans right across the globe to share their perspectives on trending topics in the Jamaican scene, right? In the local scene. So sometimes the stories or the issues that we discuss affect Jamaicans overseas, you understand? And sometimes it's in the island. But in any case, we are talking about issues that Jamaicans face. So as you come in, just tell me where you're connecting from. I see the numbers going up. I love it, right? I'm a journalist, and I'm a journalist for 6 years now, and I've been broadcasting on Jamaicans.com Facebook page and writing for them, contributing for 2+ years. I think I've been writing for them longer than I've been broadcasting. Hi, Tunisia, first time Montegonian. So, I'm pretty sure you've seen the caption, and tonight's discussion is, usually discussion I'm hot, and tonight is no different. So tonight we are discussing the topic. Is it really the silly season already, or is it impossible to have a private life? And if you have been following what is happening on the local scene, you would know that I am talking about the circulation of several, look here, I don't see all of them, but several photos and videos of supposed public figures, right? And supposed images and videos of them, right? Intimate photos. Some people would call them sex photos, sex videos, right? So let's get into that and what that means for us, because I'm pretty sure you have a profile or a page on social media. I'm pretty sure that you choose to share from time to time things about your personal life. And I'm just pretty sure that regardless of whether or not you like to share that, nobody want them intimate photos out there. And in addition to intimate photos, rumors and speculations and allegations about anything relating to your intimate partner relationships. Alright, so I'm getting into it. Let me just say though that I am not going to name and shame nobody, because here's the thing. This is a culture that we have. I don't know about any other space, but I can tell you about the Jamaican space in online, on social media, especially Twitter. We have a tendency to try to cancel people or name and shame people and put them out there with just allegations. So we have no concrete evidence. We just have a phone or a tablet or a laptop and just a little bit of information about somebody, and here we go, typing away their character and their brand. And to me, that's problematic. So I'm in no way trying to do that for this conversation. So if I let you up to, bye. Reason with Ashleigh-Ann, not depend that, okay? I want to say hi, Asme from Egypt. Thank you for joining. Alright, so as I was telling you, we've seen this week the circulation of photos as early as Tuesday of this week. I'm not telling no lie. I saw some of them, and if it was me in that photo, I didn't see the video, you understand? And if it was me that those allegations of extra-marital affairs being thrown at, I would feel away. I would feel very uncomfortable, and most importantly, because I'll be wondering what my family members have to say. Just to demystify it a little bit, if you haven't seen it, so there are allegations being circulating in the media of supposed impropriety in the Ministry of Health. You understand? In particular, questions are being asked as to whether or not contracts awarded to a particular marketing agency for the Jamaica Moves campaign was, well, how would I put it now, was handed over following the right protocols under the Ministry of Health. So following the right procurement protocols. I've seen the questions online, I've seen the allegations of extramarital affair, and I've also seen the response of the health minister of Jamaica. And the first thing that came to my mind, honestly, when I saw it was, this is so much for his children right now. This is so much for his, like, understand, say, they maybe understand that their father is a public figure, but Jano, there were 2 Instagram accounts that were created in the space of a couple hours that made no apology in trying to defame the health minister. I am not here to prove or disprove what is being discussed on those Instagram pages and what is being discussed on Twitter about the health minister's private life. My concern, however, as a member of the public and a journalist, if it is that there were the proper protocols were followed in the procurement of those contracts handed over to the marketing agency. And so basically what they were saying, and the allegations are that the health minister handed over some $1 million contracts to a marketing agency being whose director, one of the directors, he has shared an intimate relationship with for a number of years. As I said, the health minister has come forward to say that he has put his lawyers on the case to look into it. You understand? And further to that, he dismissed a question being asked by a journalist, Zara Burton, and I'll soon tell you what I think about that question, in which she was basically trying to get a confirmative response to the question of whether or not he cheated on his wife. Right? The health minister basically said, you can only ask me about the operations of the health ministry. Everything else I have to do with my personal life and some, I want you to butt out of it. Basically what he said. I don't know if you saw it. If you saw the interview, if you've been following, please tell me what you think in the comments below. Yes, as I tell you, the first thing that comes to my mind is are his children, because you see, whenever you see somebody being publicly shamed, right, or attempts are being made to publicly shame somebody, that is what you're seeing at the forefront. But at the back end, you have to remember that these people are part of families. So when if it is that you choose to divulge in a smear campaign, you have to remember, say, families are being affected. You understand? As a journalist, I can tell you this. I do not go that route because I always consider that fact. I do believe, though, that public figures should be held accountable, especially when it deals with the handling of public funds and public resources. However, I think there's a proper approach to everything, right? As May says, good reporting. Thank you. All right, so we get into it. I want to know, is it impossible to have a private life? Because that was one of the things that happened. The other thing is that a very popular, notable social media influencer, I would say she's a micro-influencer. Her name has been dragged on social media this week because photos, and I heard there were also videos of supposed intimate photos and videos of her, supposedly, you understand? So we're not sure if it's actually her. So were being circulated on social media. And let me just tell you, for one of the sites that I visited to just check if they, to check what was happening, there were people on that site literally, I don't know if something wrong with me, but people were literally there. Send me the photo, let me see it, let me see her, where you say she there, let me see it, send the link, send it to me please, send it a private message, men and women. And I'm like, oh, this changed the price of bread. Okay, somebody is being photographed naked. Why you want to see it? Why is it of interest to you? I don't understand that. Probably you can explain something to me. I mean, outside of the fact that for some people they find it gratifying to view things like that, for mere just fasten up people's business, I think that's unfair. I think that's unfair, that's cruel, and that's vile. That's how I see it. I don't understand. You can explain to me if you think differently, right? Let me also get into that. So of course, we have not seen, well, from my end, I have not seen the person who supposedly, it's her image, you understand, she has not responded to it. I, however, have seen where people have come to her defense to say that she should go ahead and take actions against persons who are circulating the information. Let me first and foremost say that if it is that you're circulating anything that is believed to be pornographic material in the online space, it is considered illegal, right? And it's something that we can bring forward to the cybercrimes unit, or I think it's called CETA, counterterrorism office or organization in of the JCF. So that's something to consider as well. You understand? Me not understand why you would want to see the woman naked photo. Why? Awa, you never see one naked woman before. Like, to me, I'm like, come on. I think that is just the lowest you can go. Why? And once again, the children come to mind. Of course, the question of, alright, with, as I tell you, the leaked photos, the allegations being made against the health minister, the whole private life conversation is coming forward. Some people, and I've been seeing the conversation continuing on social media, what happening in the minister bedroom is our business too, because he's a public figure. I've seen other people say, well, look here, public figures also have private lives, and yeah, things will happen in their bedroom where you are not privy to, and you don't need to be privy to, because they have nothing to do with you. For me, I think that even if you are a public figure, every Jamaican, and let me just extend that, world citizens, even babies, they are entitled to their privacy. You understand? I understand that where it concerns the public, as me say, the misuse or the use of public funds and public resources, it should be properly reported and they should be held to account. You understand? They should be able to account for the use of it, of our resources. However, let's say want to concern that, I think dipping into their personal life is unnecessary, especially even for journalists. And I want to hear what you have to say. Hi, Gregory. Gregory's here from Fort Lauderdale. I think Fort Lauderdale is South Florida, right? If you're just joining the conversation, we are talking about this. Is it impossible to have a private life? And the question is being posed as a result of the circulation of allegations against the health minister and Minister of Health, Mr. Christopher Tufton. It is alleged that the contracts that were awarded to a particular marketing agency were awarded, were given to them without following the correct procurement protocols under the Ministry of Health, right? It is also being alleged that Mr. Tufton has or have been engaging in an extramarital affair with one of the senior executives, right, and one of the directors of that marketing agency. You understand? So I saw every something did go on this week, and of course we've seen where a prominent social media figure, her our supposed image, and the reason I say supposed image, she has not come forward to say, hey, I'm me in a photo here. So for now, the supposed image of this social media influencer has been making the rounds on social media. And you know, people are speculating that it's because it was leaked by an angry lover. Yeah. Alright. Hi Norma from Toronto, Canada. Thank you for joining. Alright, so I'm at the point where we're talking about privacy for all. I think everyone is entitled to privacy. I can tell you during my experience, when I got pregnant, I actually took a break from this show. And one of the reasons why I took the break from the show, first of all, it was my first time getting pregnant. And I was saying, you know what? I'm not ready to share. I'm not ready to come public. There are so many uncertainties when it comes on to pregnancy, right? I don't want to bring it forward. The first part of my pregnancy, which I now understand can be difficult for most women, was very difficult for me, right? Was very, very difficult, and probably one day I will share with you guys why. So I took a step back, and I truly appreciate Jamaicans.com for accommodating that. It's never easy, because a lot of my dedicated viewers message me and say, what, Ashley, why you not there online? But I had to take a step back, and I appreciated the persons who knew exactly why I took a step back and did not decide to share. However, let me tell you something. When you put out yourself out there in the public sphere, you have persons, even people who you believe are upstanding citizens, that will make it a point of their duty to find out what you do not share on social media. So I had many snoopers who even end up in my workplace because they want to know what went wrong with me. And to me, I just think that is the lowest of low. If I choose not to share it with you, why are you trying to find out and put it out there? So I think that obsession with trying to find out the unknown about public figures or people on I think we need to look into ourselves and ask ourselves if we were in that situation, if we would want to if we would want to be treated like that as it relates to the allegations of extramarital affairs being hurled at the minister. You understand? You don't know if the account that was sharing all of the quote-unquote intimate details of this extramarital affair is actually being run by who the account purports to be. So you have to really take a step back and say, hey, hold on there, no man, right? So I think honestly, everyone deserves privacy. Everyone deserves privacy, public figure or not. And I'd love to share your thoughts on that, right? Nerissa says, watching from St. Martin. Thank you for watching. I realize you guys are more listening to me tonight. That's fine. You can comment below whenever you choose to. But very importantly, what I want you to do as well is to share this video. Share it so we can continue the conversation. Another thing I think that brought forward for me was the fact that, alright, the information is out there. What can the person who is being vilified do about it? You understand? Because you see, in the court of public opinion, once it is that is something negative to smear your and something to smear your character, it is right. That's the truth. Let us run with it. You understand? The minister has made a statement to say that his lawyers are looking into the matter, you understand? He has not answered the journalist with regards, or any of the journalists who asked him the question about the use of the public funds, and he has not answered really the allegations of extramarital affair. My issue is that for the person who is being vilified, I think as best as possible, as a public figure, leave nothing. What is considered of public interest, address it. So at one point, and not to compare scenarios, but for me, at one point I said, I know I'm on a break, guys, but I'll be back soon. So people know say me know say una miss me, but me I take a break. I appreciate the press release that the health minister put forward, but I was waiting for him to answer the major question, which is, was the proper protocol followed in the procurement of these contracts given to the Jamaica moves? Sorry about Jamaica moves. The agency that was managing Jamaica moves and who also managed some of those COVID-19 ads, right? Answer the question. That is a a taxpayer money that. So that you have to answer. Me believe say you don't have to take too long to answer that. As it relates to your extramarital affair alleged, whenever if you not choose to put it out there, more power to you, man. More because of people business that's what I feel. You understand? Nerissa says negative minds. That's what I think too. That's what I think too. What it is that you're going to try to find the negative, or you want to seep out or have an obsession over the unknown. You understand? What is not shared online. Oh man, you're too sneaky. You're so bored. That's how I see it, right? And then another thing that came to my mind is we have to be cognizant of what we share online. And when I say what we share online, have you ever stopped to consider if you know, sometimes when you go on Facebook and you're going to make a post and you click on your phone, click the image where you're going to make an image post, and it gives you your gallery, opens up your gallery. If it is that by accident an image from your gallery or a video from your gallery is posted accidentally, right, accidentally online, would you be embarrassed? And if you are going to be embarrassed or going to be ashamed, right, I think you should delete it from your gallery. I think all of this that's happening now, whether or not the public figure that is the micro-influencer who supposedly intimate photos are being circulated, probably she should have deleted them. Probably she should have deleted them. I don't know what you think. I'm not saying that you shouldn't take intimate photos. If you want to take intimate photos and share it with your lover, I believe you should. Send them everything you want to send them to spice up the relationship. Do what you gotta do, men and women. Understand? Do what you have to do, because don't allow social media to dictate your relationship. What I am advising though is be careful about what you keep stored on your devices. That's what I will say, right? And if it is that you choose to store it, then ensure that in some way it is properly secured. You understand? I realize that you guys are so quiet. Gregory says charges with the funds should be answered, but the affair is not anyone's business. Jadu says that's between him and his wife. And you say to me, his children. I don't know, and I really hope, if Tuftan, if you're watching this video, talk to your them, because the first thing, regardless of their age, they are also affected by this. So I would love if that happens. I mean, it's not my business, you understand? I can only just give an unsolicited advice, because I always consider the children in this. The children, most time, and you guys can tell me if you're wrong, you guys are grown Jamaicans, you understand, with a wealth of experience and knowledge. You tell me, Pity them not always feel it the worst. I mean, me know say the wife, especially because, and that's why I asked the question if this is the silly season, especially if it's somebody who don't even know the wife and just want to cause some problem. She must be devastated right now. You understand? So I really hope he had a conversation with his family. You understand? And I pray for his family. I pray for his wife. I pray for his children. I pray for him as well, because it's not anything easy. You know? Alright, let's play devil's advocate. Say it true. When you put it out there, say the family, it is true, and the family is working it out. They are working on it. You, with a little nosy Parker self, put it out there. How is it going to help them in their process now? And what a way you want to destroy that family. You understand? Granted, this is already damaging. You understand? And you go add insult to injury. My problem is you are too bored. You are too bored. That's how I see it. Jadu says you are right. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. So I think we need to consider other people and consider them families, man. Consider them families. The next thing that I would like to address is there is an impression that as vloggers, as journalists, as news reporters, we must always try to go and get the gory and the sensitive details, especially of public officials. And when we are asking them questions, we should grill them so that we allow them to make a mistake or blunder. While there is a space for grilling public figures and holding them account, I think there is no space for grilling anybody about their personal life unless there is an issue within their personal life that affects us publicly. That's what I believe. So as a journalist, I can tell you this is my belief, and that's one of the reasons I completely disagree with how one of the journalists posed the question to the minister. I think she was out of order. I think her question could have been informed, meaning it could have been prefaced with what you really want to know, which is, was the funds misused? Was taxpayer money misused? Simple. That's what you want to know. That's exactly what you want to know. You want to know were the protocols followed? Were the procurement protocols followed? Was taxpayers' money misused? That's it. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. So I am in total disagreement with that type of, or what I won't even call that journalism. I wouldn't even call that journalism. So I am not in agreement with something like that, and that's something that I stand true to. So anybody who wants to come for me for that, that's fine, because I don't believe in destroying people's lives and reputation. I don't. Right? Nerissa says, correct. Jadu said, my mother used to say, today for me, tomorrow for you. Man. Jadus, let me tell you something. A journalist's job is not an easy job. I do not have an easy job. But at the end of the day, I have a responsibility to the public, and one of my responsibilities is to bring truth to you. You see, there are a lot of things that bloggers and vloggers and podcasters can get away with online. But you see, when you say you are a professional journalist and you're trained and you're certified, come correct all the time. Come correct all the time, because you are messing with people's images, reputation. You understand? In the pursuit of being, to me, being famous. For being famous. You understand? Because to me, the question that Burton posed, and if you did not see the video, the health minister was in a press conference and she basically asked him, did he cheat on his wife? Things said that can help you to answer your question. Like probably my analytical skills not so developed. But I don't see where that can help you to further any investigation, because alright, what you not saying answer? No, I didn't. Or yes, I cheated on my wife. You did not identify who, when, and why. So how that help you? You understand what I'm saying? So we need to get out of that. To me, that's a cordwood politics. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. So I won't be here for much longer. I realize that you guys are very, very quiet today. I don't know if it's the topic that we're discussing, but we'll have to discuss all kinds of topics on Reason with Ashleigh-Ann, because I think it's important that I lend my voice and give you an opportunity to share on everything that is happening in the Jamaican space, right? I really hope that you guys continue to follow me on Facebook. I am Ashleigh-Ann on Facebook, right? Tune into this show every Saturday. It's 7 p.m. Jamaica time, 8 p.m. US Eastern Standard Time, right? I'm on Instagram, amot. I will change that name shortly, so look out for that. And I'm also on Twitter, _mot. I have a YouTube channel, working on it. I will change the name shortly, so I won't share the name of the YouTube channel. But until next time, come reason with me.